are going to be doing, first of all, a test to see where our body's at. We're going to do one set of apnea breaths. And then we are going to work our psoas. And then we're going to do our pelvis. And then we're going to do a bit of our spine and our shoulders and our head, hopefully, when we get there. So mobilizing the top of this foot. So quite often we hold tension patterns when we are just in normal everyday life. We've got ways we specifically stand, and it's nice sometimes just to release them and see what difference it makes to your practice and to yourselves as well. And some of these exercises you might really love and want to do them every day. Who knows? So the psoas one is definitely a really good one to do a couple of times a week. So mobilizing the top of our foot and getting that nice and warm before we begin. And oh yeah, I was going to do the rotation one if I've got time as well. So for the whole kind of pelvis rotation thing as well. So we'll try and do that one too. Okay. All of these release exercises, if you've been for a while, will all be familiar. I have some new ones I'm working on, so I will unleash them on you after the summer, once I've had a full 20 days of practicing on myself. It's easier to teach them if I've done them loads. So we're mobilizing the top of this foot a little bit more. I've got a really nice new pectoral one, but I was just trying it there and I'm not quite there yet with where to put the ball and stuff. So. Okay, so both sides. Excellent. Good. Okay, so once that's feeling a little bit warmer, because everything else we're going to warm up as we go because it's all this release stuff, we're going to come to lying on our backs and we're going to do one Demeter pose. So we're going to do one pose. I'll just move that. Probably go back at me. So we're going to do one where we're going to just, for a start, we're just going to lie, feet, get our neutral pelvis, ribcage heavy on the floor, back of your head heavy on the floor. And we're just going to see how our body feels when we do the breath work and the apnea and where we feel if we've got any stuck tension and things. So legs hip distance apart, dorsiflex your feet, press your heels lightly into the floor, drag your heels back towards your sit bones but with no movement of the spine. Hold that little ball between your knees, internally rotating your hands into first. We're going to do 3 breaths in apnea, and during the apnea, we're going to move our hands slowly up above our head. So we get a real feeling for how our body is feeling before we begin all of this release. So ready to inhale. In, 2, 3, out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In, 2, 3, out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In, 2, 3, out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Close your mouth and nose. Pause. Widen your ribs. As you widen your ribs, slowly pushing your hands up. And as you push them up, feel, how does your spine feel? How does your pelvis feel? How does your rib cage feel? How does your head feel? How do your arms feel this morning? And when you need to inhale, inhale here, and exhale, release. Perfect. Okay, so now we're going to stretch our legs nice and long on the mat, and we're just going to do a little bit of a check-in with our whole body. So I'd like you to partially close your eyes. I'd like you to start at your head. I'd like you just to work down your spine. So first of all, I'd like you to think about where your head is in relation to the rest of your body. Do you feel that if you opened your eyes, you'd be looking slightly over your head? Do you feel like you're looking straight up towards the ceiling or down towards your toes? How does your neck feel? Does it feel tight? Does it feel like it's really high off the floor or really close to the floor? How do your shoulders feel? Do they feel like they're connected to the floor? Do they feel they're elevated? Do you feel one's heavier than the other? How are your arms and your hands? Do they feel evenly weighted? Think about your rib cage. Is it off the floor, on the floor? Does one side feel heavier than the other? Then down to your lower back. Do you feel like loads of your lower back's off the floor? Do you feel like it's really, really close to the floor? What do you feel in your pelvis? Do you feel that your pelvis, do you feel like you're sitting right in the center of your pelvis or slightly to the back or slightly to the front? And coming down to your thighs, do your thighs feel like they're on the floor or off the floor? Do you feel like your knees are pointing straight up towards the ceiling or flopping out towards the sides or flopping in the way? Are your backs of your knees, are they on the floor or off the floor? What about your calves? How are they feeling? Are they on the floor or off the floor? What about your heels? And where are your feet? Do you feel that flopping out towards the side, poking in the way, or straight up? And just take a moment just to see if you feel really connected, or whether bits of your body feel like they're a little bit fuzzy and you're unable to see with your mind's eye. Excellent. And then we're going to get started. So the first exercise we're going to do is for your psoas. So we are going to start with one side, and we're going to always do the movement from the hip. So the first movement we're going to do is we're going to open our leg from the hip until our knee bends a little. And then we're going to bring the leg back to the center. So back to the starting position. So open to the side, moving from the hip, and then back to the center. Move from the hip. So initiate the movement from inside your groin area, and then back to the center. So that's 3. We're going to do 7 of these. Opening to the side, 4. Open, 5. Open, 6. Open, 7. Now this time we're going to open to the side first. We always follow in stages. Then we're going to slide the heel of that leg up the inside of the other leg to where it feels comfortable to leave it for you. If that's the ankle, great. Calf, great. Knee, great. Thigh, great. Wherever you're always in comfort. Then we're going to slide it all the way back down so the knee's still open to the side, and then close it. So open at the groin. Slide the leg up. Slide the leg slowly back down, and then close. So always in stages. All the way up, all the way down, and close. Open, slide, slide down, close. Open, slide, slide down, close. So we're on 5. Open, slide, slide down, close. Open, slide, slide down, close. This time we're going to open to the side, slide it up, and then we're going to lift our toes off the floor. So we're going to be running along the outside of our foot. So we're going from our heel is on the floor and our toes are off the floor. We're going to slide through the outside or roll through the outside of our foot. So our toes are on the floor, the heel is off the floor. And then back the other way. So toes off the floor, heel off the floor. Toes off the floor, heel off the floor. Toes, heel, toes, heel. Toes, heel, toes, heel. 2 more. Toes, heel, toes, heel. And then slowly slide it back down and then close it. And then feel how that leg feels compared with the other one. It might feel warmer, it might feel longer, it might feel more connected to the ground. Mine feels really longer, so it's just my body's been holding. So we're going to do to the other side. So same thing on the other side, opening from the groin. So open and then close. Open till the knee starts to bend and then close. Open, close, open, close. Open, 4, open, 5, open, 6, open, 7, open, slide up the inside of the other leg, slide down, 1, open, slide, slide down, close, 2, open, slide, slide down, 3, open, slide, slide down, 4, open first, slide, slide down, close, open, slide, slide down, close, open, slide, slide down, close. This time, open, slide, hold it up there. From the outside of the foot, you're rolling, so to the toes, to the heel. Toes, heel, toes, heel, toes, heel, toes, heel, toes, heel, toes, heel. 2 more. Toes, heel, toes, heel. Then slide all the way back down to the start. And hopefully both your legs either feel the right same kind of weight or same warmth or same length. Okay, so for the next one we're going to do, we're going to get the rolled up towel or what do you call it, foam roller. I'm definitely due a holiday. So foam roller or rolled up towel. And we're going to place this. So what we're going to do now is release the back of our pelvis. So that's sacral tuberous ligament. So we've got a massive piece of ligament at the back of our pelvis, and that can get really tight and dry. So we're going to take either a rolled up towel or rolled up mat, does the same thing, it's just roll it up on its end. And we're going to place it underneath our pelvis. So your bum will be hanging off. This isn't on your lower back, it's actually on your pelvis at the back. So underneath your pelvis to start with. Feet stay on the floor to begin. We want to then think about dropping our rib cage towards the floor a little. So just dropping that rib cage towards the floor. And then what we're going to do is lift one leg off the floor and then the other leg off the floor. And we're going to relax the shins down towards the thighs. Good. Legs are together. Then what we're going to do is we're going to roll over onto one side of our pelvis, keeping our legs together, the shins relaxed down on the thighs, the ribcage sinking towards the floor. We're going to imagine we've got a pencil between our knees and we're going to draw a big circle in the ceiling with it. So we're going to do 5 times round one way, drawing our massive big circle. Good. 5 times round and 5 times the other direction. So rotate your circle the other way. 5 times. Good. Then we're going to keep the leg that's closest to the center still, and the leg that's closest to the floor is going to move on its own. 5 circles. 5 circles one way. Good. And then 5 circles the other way. Releasing through this part of our body. Then we're going to march our legs side by side. So like we're going for a march, remember to keep the shins nice and relaxed next to the thighs. It's not the bit we're working. Good. And we do 10 marches, so roughly 10. And then you're going to bring your knees together and you're just going to sit here for a minute, just resting. So what we're trying to do is bring a little bit of moisture back into any stuck dry fascia in this area of the body. Then we're going to roll all the way through the center of the sacrum to the other side and do the same thing. So imagine we've got a pencil between our knees and we're going to draw a little circle in the sky. So just one way first, drawing with both knees. Excellent. Then we're going to go the other way. Good. Just check and make sure your ribcage is still sinking towards the floor. Then we're going to leave the leg that's closest to the center still, and we're going to rotate the one that's closest to the floor. 5 times one way. Oh, I feel my clicking. And 5 times the other way. Okay. And then side by side, we're going to march them. So go for a little march. And we're going to do 10 marches. Like with all these exercises with the fascia, littler often is really the best policy. And then both knees together and just hang here for a moment. Take a nice breath. It's a good point to have a breath. Good. And then we're going to come back to the center, place one foot down, the other foot down. And we're going to take the roller, whatever we're using, and we're going to lie on it. So if it's a mat, you might want to take it lengthways, or a rolled up towel. We're just going to see how we go. I think the mat will be all right actually. So we're going to lie on it lengthways. So you want to lie on it lengthways. If you don't fit lengthways on your towel or your mat, don't worry, you can just do this on the floor without having anything underneath your spine. So you can do it without as well. So we're going to have a little thought about our breathing here. So we're going to first of all breathe into the side of our rib cage. Good. So take 3 nice slow breaths into the side of your rib cage. Ready whenever you are. Take a deep breath in. And then just release it. Again, inhale. And release. One more. and release. Now take it into the back of your body as well for 3, so breathing into the back sides from the back. One more. Now I'd like you to take one hand on your upper chest, one hand on your kind of lower abdominals towards your pelvis, so into your pelvis more. And as you inhale, I'd like you to send the breath to your upper sternum and also down towards your pelvis. So it's going to go in a line like zap, like this, and then come back. So ready to inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. So whether you're on the floor or on whatever's rolled up for you, you can bring your hands up towards the ceiling, fingers pointing towards the ceiling, palms pointing in the way. We're going to reach one arm up and then allow it to come back down into its socket. Reach the other arm up, allow it to fold back down into its socket. Do that again, one arm, other arm. Good, and both arms at the same time. And then allow them to come back down. Good. We're going to roll slowly off whatever we're using. Move that out of the way. Good. So this next one we're going to do, we're going to take one leg. So we're going to take our right leg and place it over our left leg. So the thighs are joined together. So it's not like a figure of 4, it's more like crossing your legs. We're going to take our arms just out towards the side. And we're going to move, so I've got my right leg on top, but whichever leg you've got on top, you're going that direction. So I'm going towards my right, but if you've got your left leg on top, you're just going towards the left. So we're just going to allow the legs to pull over towards that side, and then pull back to the center. Pull over to one side, and back to the center. And over to one side, and back to the center. We're going to do 5 of these. So we're on 3 at the moment, 4, 5. Then we're going to bring our feet side by side and we're going to bring our hands up like they're a steeple. And they're going to go the opposite way. So if you went to the right with your legs, you're going to go to the left with your hands. So bringing your hands over, keeping your arms straight, and then bring them back to the center. Bring your arms over and back to the center, and over and to the center. We've got 2 more, and over and back to the center, and last one, over, and just let your eyes follow your hands and back to the center. Then you're going to cross your legs again. So my right leg was on top of my left, but if your left leg was on top, go that way. So now this time your legs are going to go, so my right leg is on top, so my legs are going to go to the right and my arms are going to go to the left. If you've got your left leg on top, it's the opposite way. And then we're going to come back to the center. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Great, then we're going to swap the legs over, hands come down by your side. So this time my left leg is on top, so whichever leg you didn't use last time. And we're going to, whichever leg's on top, you're going to move your legs over to that direction. So you're moving over to one side, and then bringing back to the center, and over to one side, and bringing back to the center. And again, we've got 2 more here. Just moving, always moving within your comfort range and always moving nice and steadily. Then feet side by side, hands like your temple. And I'm moving to the right because my legs move to the left. But go whichever way that's opposite to the way your legs went. And we're doing 5 of these again. My thoracic spine is thanking me. And we're going to do 1 more. Good. Then we're going to cross our legs. So my left leg was on top. So whichever way, and our legs and arms are going to go opposite directions. And we're going to do 5 of these. So I'm on 2. Hopefully you're about the same. 3, and we can add breathing in. We can inhale as we move. Exhale as we come back. Got 1 more. And then back to the center. Then we're going to put our feet side by side. We're going to take our hands out in a T. And try to keep so we're going to try and keep our elbows where they are. We're going to slide our hands up so they come like they're a cactus. Good. So we're aiming to have our wrists and our hands and our forearms all on the floor here. And if you're not, you're going to stay here as your cactus. And you're going to take 3 nice slow breaths in an apnea. If you can get everything nice and flat on the floor, then you could straighten your legs out. So we get a full stretch through the body. But if your arms are quite far off the floor, I'd like you to stay with your legs bent. So 3 breaths in apnea wherever you are. Take your time, inhaling into the sides of your rib cage, the back of your rib cage, your sternum. Good. Feel that nice lengthening across the pectoral muscles here. And at the end of the 3rd one, you're going to pause and slowly widen your ribs. Lovely, lovely slow widening. Great. And once you've done that, you're going to bend your knees again. And this time we're going to think about our head and our neck. So I'd like you to think about your neck no longer being there. Your head is a big bowling ball. There's nothing restricting it. We're going to take one of our hands and our arms, and they're going to be like our tennis racket or a bat and ball. We're going to put the hand onto the forehead, and we're just going to roll our ball, which is our head, from side to side. Just nice and slowly. Feel it with no restrictions. You can pull it all the way around, push it all the way back. It's no longer got a neck, which is quite nice. Good. And we do another 2 here. And last one. Then we're going to take our hand and put it on the other side. So we're going to do it from the other direction. And 1, 2. Just nice and slowly. So we're doing roughly 5. But you know, it's just a rough number. You can do loads more if you've got more time, etc., etc. Good, 1 more. Good. Now, if you've got your little ball, so it can be any sort of ball, your spiky ball, your tennis ball. We're going to bring our knees together and feet together. We're going to take the ball, we're going to place it underneath our buttocks, about where our trouser pocket would be. And then we're going to slowly roll over onto the ball. You'll feel when it's in the right place because it'll feel mildly uncomfortable. I've got a really hard ball today because I found a soft one. So you're rolling onto it. So you start with your legs up, the ball underneath your buttocks, about where your pocket for your jeans would be. So roughly there. Everybody's slightly different. So what we're doing is we're trying to get into what's called the piriformis muscle. Now the piriformis muscle can really act on the obturator internus muscle and can really act on your glutes, and all of these muscles act on your pelvic floor. So it's really important that we can find ways to release it. So if it feels particularly tight, this can be one of our root causes of some of our issues in our pelvic floor, especially pelvic pain. So I'm just going to line it for a moment. So with fascia as well, you're kind of looking for the moment where it kind of almost gifts, like it might be resisting for a moment and then it kind of sighs. Mine doesn't feel like it's going to sigh today. It's quite tight. So yeah, we'll leave it another couple of moments. Oh man. It's because I've been doing loads of rowing. And then swap to the other side. Oh, it feels really light now. So you're going to put it on the other side. Same thing, you're going to roll onto the ball. Oh yeah. Wish I had a softer one. So again, breathe. Don't stop breathing, guys. Perfect. We'll do some releases for the upper body more when we come back after summer. And then release the ball. I'm sorry. And then what we're going to do is we're going to come back and just do your reset thing again that we did at the beginning. So legs outstretched, arms just relaxed. And just close your eyes and feel how your body feels now compared to how it felt at the beginning. Where does your neck feel it is, your shoulders, your rib cage, your lower back, your pelvis? Do your thighs feel closer to the floor? Do your knees feel softer? How do your ankles feel? Do you feel more even through your body? Does your spine feel closer to the floor? Does it feel further off the floor depending on where it was? My pelvis feels better balanced. Then we're going to bend our legs, dorsiflex our feet, and we're going to see if we find that our pose is any easier. So we're going to squish our marshmallows, draw our heels back towards our sit bones. We're going to internally rotate our hands into our first position. We're going to relax our jaws. We're going to do our 3 breaths in our apnea. So ready to inhale. In, 2, 3, out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In, 2, 3, out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In, 2, 3, out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Close your mouth and nose. Pause. Widen your ribs as you press your hands up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale here and exhale, release. So hopefully that felt much easier. We're going to do one last one where we're going to lengthen our legs along the mat, dorsiflex at the ankle. We're going to internally rotate our hands again. We're going to do 3 breaths of apnea here and second and third to finish. So ready to inhale. In, 2, 3, out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In, 2, 3, out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In, 2, 3, out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Close your mouth and nose. Pause. Widen your ribs and move your hands to second for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In, 2, 3, hold it second. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In, 2, 3, out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In, 2, 3, out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Close your mouth and nose. Pause. Widen your ribs as you move them to third for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In, 2, 3, out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In, 2, 3, out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In, 2, 3, out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Close your mouth and nose. Pause. Widen your ribs for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale here, exhale, release and shake off. Well done, everybody. So hopefully your bodies feel much more released than they did at the beginning of the session. So they feel great for the rest of the day. So we are back on Monday the 22nd of July. However, I will be sending out videos with all the videos for this bit we've just done and a newsletter with a step-by-step plan on how to log in to the video vault on the website. And on the video vault during the website, I am hopefully over the course of the summer going to put up lots of little 10-minute practices for you. So that's where they'll be. So I encourage you to just log in. It's totally free for you guys forever and ever and ever. Amen. So, you know, log in and use it because it's yours. So, and I'll pop all that up, but I will send detailed instructions. It's actually quite straightforward now. The website designer hadn't actually clicked a button that made it easier, but hopefully it's easier now. So I will send, yeah, then. Anyway, have a lovely holiday. I hope you feel amazing now after that today. Yeah.
Thanks, Abby. Yeah,
And
it's
this
lovely.
will be up there too under the releases, because everything is, everything is got titles like beginner, intermediate, flow, advanced, release classes.
That's really
You
good.
can pick what you want when you want. Okay.